Here we are back in the studio, Tunes 925 studio, with my good friend Craig Everard for another installment of Watertown Live.
Must be we didn't do too bad the last time, right?
Yes,
Tim let us
come back. So let's see if I can remember how to do this.
This is our first Saturday show.
Yes, first time on a Saturday.
We've done a couple of Sundays. We're planning on being live every Saturday from 3 to 5. And we're looking for guests, too. We're expecting our first guest in studio today, Jordan Walker from the Jefferson County Historical Society. She's going to be talking all about the fire and ice that they have coming up. I believe it's next weekend, February 11th. But that's going to be a little bit later on. But we are looking for guests, too. If you've got a community event coming up, just go ahead and leave a comment down below, and we can get in touch with you and get you to come in the studio and promote an event that's coming up.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about something positive, that's what we're doing. We're going to be talking about positive things happening in the community, events, things happening, all the good things, right? And if you want to talk about something that's bothering you, that's fine. We can talk about that too. But we're going to figure out how to work together to make it better. So we're not here to complain. We're here to fix problems and talk about the good things. What are you doing? Oh, Craig's checking the weather right now.
We got the official weather check-in from outside.
The official weather. We're going to be going on air here in about 30 seconds. So. Just beat it. We need to beat this weather here in Watertown. We are here live in the Tunes 925 studio. I'm Cody Horbaz, and I'm here with my good friend Craig Everard for our first installment of what is called Watertown Live. So today we're going to be talking about a bunch of topics. Sorry, excuse me, my the headset's acting up a little bit. It is 26 degrees right now in Watertown. Lake effect snow warning in effect until 7 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow looks like 34 degrees and a chance of snow. The Tug Hill is getting pounded. 5 feet of snow on the Tug Hill.
You know, it seems like they're either just pounded with snow or they have no snow at all. I mean, there's so much snow right now that the state is really encouraging people to stay away from that area, which I don't think I've ever heard that happen before. And it's funny, you know, on the news they interviewed some snowmobilers and they're like, yeah, we're not staying away. This is what we're looking for. So yeah, they're definitely getting a lot of the snow. I was reading an article in the Watertown Daily Times. They originally were reporting that Watertown shouldn't see that much snow, and that's kind of what we were thinking as well until we got here into the city, and oh my gosh, it's snowing out there, and the roads are a little dicey.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there. Yeah, to ask snowmobilers just to stay away, that's a pretty big deal. It's got to be bad.
That's right. So there is a lake
5
effect
feet of snow.
There is a lake effect snow advisory in effect until 7 p.m. this evening. Locations including Jefferson and Lewis County through early this evening. Accumulations 1 to 2 inches this afternoon. Visibilities as low as a half mile at times. So wherever you are right now, if you're driving your car, just go ahead and slow down about 5 miles an hour for me, because generally when you get in an accident in the snow, there's one factor and it's speed.
So you're saying go from 80 to 75. Okay, got it. All right, what else you got for us, Craig? We've got a bunch of, actually, you know what I want to talk about real quick? The Syracuse Orange just upset number 9, Virginia, at home in the Carrier Dome, packed house. I was able to watch the last 5 minutes of the game, and because I was at the chili cook-off with you. Before that, I headed over to the Savory and checked out the last 5 minutes of the game, and it was awesome. What a game. I was sad that I missed the whole thing, but I was able to see the last 5 minutes. The house, the Carrier Dome was electric, and it was a big deal. And Jim Boeheim's win number 1,000, which is a big deal. So congratulations to the Syracuse Orange, my favorite college basketball team. I don't know, do you follow college basketball?
I don't, but you know, if you generally frequent any of the sports bars around here, you're going to be a Syracuse fan, because that's who everybody roots for. And speaking of large crowds of people, we were headed down to the Chili Fest today, and we saw a large group gathered in Public Square. The Jefferson County Democratic Committee held a public demonstration down there, calling it an hour of power to the people. And Cody, you actually were a part of that. You kind of went down there today,
Right.
shook a few hands, and found out what was all the ruckus about down there today.
Yeah, well, I wanted to see what was going on, so I went down. I shook a few hands. I spoke to some people down there, and they're just concerned with, some of the rights that they feel like they might lose with the new administration. So they want their voices heard, and just like anybody, when President Obama was in office, you had people on the other side out just making sure their voice is heard, and that's part of the American fabric, right? That's what makes us American, is to make sure that we hold our government accountable no matter who's in charge.
That's right, and one of the things that we really want to do with this show is talk about positive things, and I think one of the greatest positives today is that in Watertown we have peaceful demonstrations. People can go in public square and just demonstrate, and people will support them driving by, but nobody was destroying anything like they do in larger cities, right?
And you know what, as a matter of fact, I kind of expected there to be some contention, and there was none. People were driving by honking their horn and waving, and it was good, and there was some good energy there. Little negativity. I didn't see any negativity there, so that's what we like to see.
Absolutely. Peaceful demonstrations.
No cars were turned over or set on fire. So
you know what else we want to see?
It was good.
What else we want to see? We want to see good, positive events happening in the community. So after that was happening, we ventured over to the State Office Building for the Volunteer Transportation Center's 18th Annual North Country Chili Cookoff. If you didn't get a chance to go this year, I think you already missed it. I think it ended at like 4 o'clock, but man, I've got to sit down here doing this radio show because I ate about 12 of those little bottles of chili there. It was amazing.
I also had 12 to 15 samples. I probably could have, I think there were 30 or 40 vendors. Way too much to try everything. But some people, I saw people walking around with just stacks of styrofoam cups. I mean, they're like balancing them 5 feet above their head. They tried all those. They were proud to walk around.
As I was leaving, I heard some people were getting seconds. Actually, they were going around and getting seconds somehow.
I did get seconds from one table because I wanted to make sure that was the table I was going to vote for, and it was delicious. But
absolutely, what a great event! They raised a lot of their annual revenue, I think, through that event. Just really good people over at the Volunteer Transportation Center. They were in the news recently. They helped out some seniors down in South Jeff who didn't have a way to kind of get around to doctor's appointments and visit the pharmacy. They teamed up with Watertown Savings Bank and made that happen so those seniors could get out and take care of what they needed to. So the Volunteer Transportation Center, a great organization. I know I can put in a plug for them and say that they're looking for volunteers. They're always looking for volunteers. So if you've got the time to go ahead and take people to doctor's appointments, it is absolutely appreciated and such a fulfilling, rewarding thing to do to volunteer for an organization like that.
Volunteer work is some of the most important things that these organizations rely on in this community. Funding is one thing, but finding those helping hands is not easy. Getting people involved who are dedicated and are willing to do it without being reimbursed. That's something special. It takes a special person to be able to do something like that, and to be willing to dedicate the time to help their community. And
that's right.
We need more of that.
And those are the things that I think go unnoticed. And those are the things that make Watertown a great place. There are a lot of volunteer organizations around here that are making a positive difference in our community every single day, and a lot of the time it goes unnoticed. But if those organizations kind of went away, I think the public would begin to really realize what a service that volunteer organizations do provide. So the Volunteer Transportation, just one of those. A little bit later on, we're going to be talking about the Disabled Persons Action Organization. They're a nonprofit organization in the community as well.
Historical Society.
Historical Society is one. We're actually going to have a guest coming in here in our next hour. We'll have Jordan Walker from the Jefferson County Historical Society coming in to talk about their Fire and Ice event that they have coming up. It's going to be a huge success. Their ticket sales, they're very, very happy with that, right?
There's going to be a real ice bar there, and that's going to be so cool.
And fire dancers, too.
And fire dancers. Yeah, fire and ice. There you go. You mentioned sports bars. We're talking about the Syracuse Orange with the big upset against Virginia, and you were talking about sports bars. We have a bar right here in town that was named the #1 sports bar in upstate New York. And Craig, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it was the Reader's Choice from NewYorkUp.com, and the Readers actually named the Time Warp Tavern, which is right here in Watertown. It's right there on State Street. I'm sure you drive by it quite often there. It is the Reader's Choice as the best upstate New York sports bar. And it clocked in at 40.13% of the votes, with 41 sports bar and grill trading behind second and third respectively. The third Watertown staple is, the sports bar there, the Time Warp, is the high level. They call it a diver bar in here. I think it's a dive bar.
It's a sports bar.
It's a sports bar, but dive bars usually don't have flat screen TVs all over the place like they do at Time Warp, right? So
yeah,
it's a pretty decent place.
Time Warp is a pretty special place, and Ian and Lauren Primer have done a great job with the Time Warp, and they've got a great following, and it's a great place to go to watch sports. I mean, that's why it's named the number one sports bar in upstate New York. The wings there are excellent. Go down there and get some Black Betty wings.
Yeah, they bought the place 5 years ago. They were former employees, and the article does say that it has a Cheers quality to the place where everyone knows everyone when we walk in. But you know what? Even if you don't know people that are in there, it is a friendly group of people in there. You can walk in and everybody just, they feel like they're your friends.
I've walked in and strangers just shake your hand. Hey, how you doing? You know, it really is. It's a special place, and to a lot of people, it's a home away from home, with great beer, great food, and the atmosphere.
And I'm sure it's going to be a great place to spend a bit of your time tomorrow for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a place you might not be able to get in there. I don't know. That's going to be a raucous place tomorrow. Speaking of the Super Bowl, that's right. The New England Patriots are taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Super Bowl 51 tomorrow, starting at 6:30.
And almost nobody will be rooting for the Pats, right? Nobody's rooting for the Pats.
Listen, I'm a Bills fan. I can't help it. So I'm really rooting for the Falcons. I love to see an underdog, and the Falcons are the underdog. And
well, as a Bills fan, I'm not a huge football fan, but I understand this much, that as a Bill fan, you've got to be at least used to rooting for other teams at the Super Bowl, right?
Wow.
I had to say that.
Yeah, throughout the playoffs for the last 17 years, I've had to root for other teams, so it's been tough. But it's always fun rooting against Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Absolutely. So yeah, the Super Bowl coming up, and enjoy yourselves with that. Frequent some of the local sports bars because they've got great environments there. We are getting ready,
or if at home. Craig, you're going to be coming over to my house tomorrow for the Super Bowl.
Well, I thought I was. I thought I was going to come to your house, but I'm wondering if that invitation still stands after the Bills joke. So
no, it's cool. I don't take it that seriously. It's just sports, man. But no, yeah, Craig's going to stop over tomorrow and watch Super Bowl with me, and it'd be great because I'm going to make some wings, and we're going to have all kinds of food. That's going to be a surprise.
Food and a couple of drinks too, I hope, right?
Maybe a couple of beers. I don't know.
I did want to kind of give a shout out to some of the new DBAs that were established throughout the month of January. That's always an astonishing thing when you go to News Junkie or the Small Business Development Center and look at all of the new businesses. I think it's a real, you can really see where the needle is on the local economy when you look and you see, okay, 40 new people decided to start businesses in January. And just a shout out to a couple of them right here. We obviously don't have time to kind of get through them all, but we've got Thousand Islands Barbecue in Calcium, Harbor House Inn in Sackett's Harbor, Dersharm Construction in Evans Mills down there. We've got Wang's Fashion and Goods in Fort Drum, Thousand Islands Brewery in Alexandria Bay. We've got Thousand Islands Distillery. We've got Johnson Corner Mart, Hammerback Media in Watertown, Artist on the Point, Riverside Tavern on Huntington Street in Watertown.
Hold on, I've got to stop you.
I can't read them all.
Wow, there's no way. There's like 30 of them.
Yeah, well, I think there's actually 40 different new
40
DBAs.
New businesses in the area.
Sure, Dusty B's Smoke Shop. We've got Self Love Fitness,
right.
Righteous
We get
Bagels.
We get it.
I'm going to have to be like an auctioneer from now on and just auction them off.
Oh, boy. That's great. And there are so many, unfortunately, we have so many cynics in the area, and it's so great to see when good things are happening, and the economy is coming along strong in the greater Watertown area and the North Country, and we're here and we're a part of it.
That's right. And that's what we really want to make this show all about. Watertown Live with Craig and Cody on Saturdays from 3 to 5 p.m. So we're going to be right here on a weekly basis. We're also setting up a Facebook page. We'll be broadcasting live on Facebook as well. So we encourage you to join us, listen to some awesome music, and talk about the good and positive things happening right here throughout our region. We'll be talking about community events, new businesses, and even along the way, some things that we'd like to change. We'll be working together to come up with some solutions on how we can make it an even better place. place.
Absolutely.
To live and raise our
And that's what we're
families.
here for. And that's what this show is all about, is talk about the good things and what we can do to make things better. So we're going to be talking about that. We've got Jordan Walker from the Historical Society coming up in the next hour. And we've got to take a break, but we've got some more music coming up and more from us, Craig and Cody, here live in the Tunes 92.5 studio in the beautiful Masonic Temple in downtown Watertown. We'll be right back.
We are the original places for an incredible selection of pre-owned vehicles. This is your spot. Come see me.
All right, stick around for another hour and a half.
Peace.
Thank you.